Today, I want to talk to you guys about how you know whether or not the event is a good event for you to do. Now, we are faced with 1,000 different choices, and sometimes we're faced with no choices at all. We really just need to do what the phone rings and we pick it up, and that's our customer, and that's what we do. But if you get to the point to where you can start looking at customers in a certain way, in a way that allows you to start feeding those leads that lead to better events, that lead to better customers, that lead to things that are going to generate more revenue for you quicker, and create an opportunity for you to do your business more efficiently, and you can make more money. Then you'll start seeing that it is better to sometimes pick and choose, and to make sure that you're doing the kind of things that are kind of instigating or propagating those things that are the best. The first thing that I want to talk about is proximity. How close is this event to you? This is huge because of a lot of things, and first and foremost, it's time. Anything that's close is going to be a time saver for you, and it also creates an opportunity for you to correct a lot of mistakes. If you're close to your shop or your home base or whatever, you can shoot over there and grab another blower or get a generator, or fix those problems that pop up all the time that we're trying to deal with. Also, you're saving money on gas, and you're saving money again on time, not only your time but your employees' time, the labor that is there. So picking the ones that are close to you can often be one of the best indicators of something that's going to be a good event for you. If you pick something that's an hour away, and again, I know sometimes you don't have the choice, but if you're driving an hour, that is an hour that you're not getting paid, that you're actually spending money on gas and time and everything else. And again, you lose those opportunities to fix the small problems that pop up. The next kind of indicator of whether or not an event is good is how much manpower does it take. If you can do it solo, or if you can do it with one guy, or if your team can do it, or however your business is structured, manpower is something that you really, really need to take a hard look at, because there are going to be situations where you're stuck in circumstances where you don't have the manpower, whether you have it by choice or not. It's just not there. Somebody called in sick, or somebody quit, or you've got somebody getting married. So whatever, something's going on all the time. People have lives, and employees tend to, in this day and age, make sure that they're going to take care of their home life. So you're forced to get in a situation where you have to bring in more to make sure that you're covering all your bases. And at the same time, manpower can be a struggle, especially if you got bigger or heavier units. The worst thing you want to do is stick that out there with only one or two guys, and they try to kill themselves to do stuff that's beyond their capability. So picking events that are manpower light or manpower acceptable for whatever your circumstances, that's another pure indicator of a good event for you. The next one is whether or not it fits within your schedule. Now, this isn't the same as being close or having time or whatever. What I'm talking about is if you have an event that is a 2-hour event, that sounds wonderful, except if that 2 hours is non-negotiable, or it's a situation where you have to pick it up at a certain time or drop it off at a certain time, and they can't bring it early, and you can't pick it up late, and you have to fit within their schedule. If there's an open schedule, or a schedule that can work better within your work schedule, it obviously creates an opportunity for you to have a better event. Being stuck in someone's schedule again creates this drain on your time and your manpower to where you're stuck and you're focused on this one event. Schools are notorious for this. Some of the other churches and things like that, you really just are stuck in a situation where you have to deal with these problems all the time. So being in a schedule is a big thing. Access is another thing that is important. Can you get in? Can you get out? Can you drop it? Do you need a big dolly? Is there a small gate? Is there dogs? Is all the stuff that hinder you from doing the job. So checking the access prior to is really important, and making sure that you're on top of the thing so that you have the tools that you need. Also trying to make it as easy on you. There are opportunities for you just to simply say no and tell the customer, listen, I can't do it in the backyard. There's no way to get back there. Let's look at some other options and see. So you can talk to your customer and see, and that may be the best option. Having a customer pay full price is primo. Um, you know, that sounds kind of silly, but everyone is always looking for a discount, and it is up to you to try to pick and choose those customers that are going to pay the full amount and do the thing. That means that you have to adjust your prices to where they are at a point to where you can charge a full price without having an issue, and at the same time, you know, make sure that you have that opportunity um, to get those good customers that will pay the full price because they understand your service is good and your equipment is worth the money that you've put into it. Having happy customer is probably one of my favorite of this list. Having customers that truly appreciate that what you're doing, it's adding to their event, it's adding to their party or their situation, and truly just being happy that you're there. We've all run into the gruff husband that this is my wife's doing, rah, rah, rah. And honestly, that's not the best customer in the world because they really are just not into it and not there. So finding customers that are happy with you can definitely make everything run a lot more smoothly and keep it smoothly. Just keeping them happy is your job, and you need to make sure that you're on top of that. Having customers that pay on time, pay up front, pay in cash. And when I say cash, it's because there's no fees, there's no credit card fees or anything like that. That's kind of drawn off of it. Some of the other times it's better to get a credit card, especially if you're dealing with employees and you don't want them carrying a bunch of cash and the whole 9 yards. That's all perfectly understandable. But what I'm talking about is that you maximizing the amount of money that you're getting off a rental, and the best way to do that is good old American hard cash in your pocket for a job well done at a full price. Having an event that is clean, I mentioned dogs, they can create quite a mess. But also, with the water slides and things like that, sometimes it can turn into a real mess. So events where your stuff is clean, whether it be an indoor event or an event on some sort of pavement or something like that, those are all primo. And again, you can look for those kind of options and try to make sure that you're putting up your equipment in such a way that it will remain clean, or at least limit the amount of opportunity for it to get dirty. That can help a whole lot. Having an easy delivery or pickup is the next one. And again, has a lot to do with all the other stuff that we've talked about, but making sure you can get it in and out, make sure the scheduling is right, making sure everybody's there who can sign and pay and do all the other stuff. Easy deliveries and easy pickups, being flexible with you, being happy that you're there in the whole 9 yards. I've had some crazy stuff. I've had homeowners associations that had some strict rules and things like that. I've had neighbors who, went to bed early and didn't want you to come at a certain time. So it could all be kind of thrown in there. And again, the big dogs in the yard that won't let you in, or, whatever the problem is, having that easy pickup and delivery is primo. And kind of the last thing, the last of the 10 is repeat. The customer that wants you to do it again, the customer that invites you back, that's kind of a feather in the cap. It's kind of a nod to you that you've done a good job, that everything went off, without a hitch, and that you're their guy or girl, and that, they want to keep using you. It is really a good feeling when you have those people that call you back and, we're back again, and we really love the stuff that you do and appreciate the work that you do. So there it is, 10 things. And again, tips and all this other stuff can be thrown in there as well. But hey, tell me what you think. What is the best top 10 thing on your list that make your event the best, or makes you want to pick this particular event to do? Again, a lot of people have different things that they like, that they subscribe to. I'm a backyard party kind of guy. I do a lot of schools and churches and things like that, but those events generally are a little bit more constraining for me because of, you have to have the manpower, and you have to have, all the other stuff that go along with it. But, the backyard parties for me is really good. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And keep watching, guys. I appreciate all you supporting this channel and doing everything that you do. We'll see you on the next one.